Hello everybody. Welcome back. My name is RJ from CHG, Casual Hardcore Gamers, and this is Wolong Fallen Dynasty, part 9 of our live stream series here. We are on Behold the Glaive of Righteousness mission in part 6, I believe we're in. I'm not sure. Also, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I'm trying something out, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. But yeah, we're part 6. We are part 6, beginning of part 6. So we're almost done. We're getting close to the end of the game here. However, I cannot tell. So I tried something different with the mic audio on OBS here. Looking to see, because I don't want to plug in the headphones. So I'm looking to see if you guys will still be able to hear me. I know you guys can hear the game. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the game, but I'm not sure about my mic. So, if you can, please let me know. But anyways, so we're gonna begin this mission here. This is actually a really long mission, one of the longer ones in this game. It's actually split into 2 sections, and they're both reasonably long. As a matter of fact, so and with the first half actually culminating in a excuse me, a 2-on-1 boss fight. I think it's like the first one of the, actually one of the very few that this game has, like mandatory boss fights. That I think actually might be the only mandatory double boss fight in the game. Yeah, so, but it actually ends up not being too hard because they actually balanced it in a way. So they balanced it by having it to where the it's almost like they take turns of sorts. Like the bosses kind of take turns going back and forth on you, so they don't attack you at the same time. One is faster than the other, but it's like the fast one will kind of start aggroing you, with the slower one kind of really taking his time to attack you. Which is interesting. And so it almost kind of makes it a bit moot, honestly, having both of those guys fighting you. Oh, how the fuck did I miss that? Oh, it must be a glitch of some kind. So yeah, when I fought him the first time, or when I fought the double boss the first time, I ended up beating it first try. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's a 2-on fight, and you have to kind of pay attention a little bit to both of them, but otherwise, not really. So, I suspect I won't have too much trouble here, and I don't remember if you have a partner or not. I don't know if this guy who's following you now, Guan, I don't know if he's with you in the double boss fight, and that may have been why it was fairly easy, because it was more like a tag team fight than a 2-on-1. But I can't remember. All I know is that this level literally throws like every single like mini boss at you in the game. Like everyone, the bird, the tiger, the ape, all of them. For some reason I cannot get a lock on. There we go. All of them. Every single one of them. So yeah, this is a long ass level. And then when you think you're done, it's not. You're not done. And it's just like, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Oh, geez, Guan. Oh, boy. Oh, you sad man. Okay, let's see if I can make this. Yes! Oh, fucking hell, Guan. You done ruined it for me. He really got his aggro. Okay, here we go. Now you're on me. Alright. Alright, so we're doing well. I tried that. So I didn't know that they had added a new endgame mission to this game. I think in the last patch is like some gauntlet thing of sorts. I had found out later. I was just randomly perusing the subreddit for this page because that's kind of where you can sometimes find like the latest of a game is like in the subreddit sometimes, because like those people be like sleuthing, and people were talking about this new like this gauntlet or battle royale is what it's officially called, and I was like, what the hell? And so I found it, looked it up, and man, I tried it last week thinking I was gonna fucking like run all over it, especially since like my on my other account that character is max level 150, and like it has like a solid poison build. And I got smacked, absolutely smacked. I still haven't beaten it. I mean, I only tried for like a couple hours because I didn't realize what I was getting into. But yeah, that mission is no joke, which is so weird because like it's like such a jump in difficulty from this entire game. Like for the most part, this game is fairly simple, but oh my gosh, that battle royale is absolutely ridiculous. All right. And it's not even just because you have a partner with you, like most of the time. It's not even just because of that. It's just this game in general just isn't that challenging. Don't get me wrong, I love it. And the dodging mechanic and the, you know, the way this does the builds and upgrading and all that. I love it. I love it. It's classic Neo. But it's just not that challenging, especially since I have a handle on the deflecting system. Like it seems to be those who struggle with this game are also those who tend to struggle with the deflecting mechanic. Like if you can deflect in this game, then you can basically beat this game, like full stop. I mean, yes, some bosses will give you a challenge because some of them have connecting fatal attacks that you have to deflect more than once, like in a row, which can throw you off. Otherwise though, this game is, you basically win as soon as you learn how to deflect correctly. Oh, damn it. And especially with like this build that I got, like, man, comparing this build, like it was a big change going from this character to my main one. I did not realize, like, it really showed me how tanky this build is at the moment. Yeah, like, so I'm curious to see if I would actually have an easier time with this build than I would with, or that I've been having with my main one. So we'll have to find out. Time will tell on that one. Because yeah, this build, like, I mean, granted, I am on the starting difficulty, but like, man, I'm just like taking so little damage. I have to like heal so infrequently. Now, granted, again, we'll have to see what happens because, I mean, the build, because that battle royale, it's a 6 boss rush. It's a 6 boss rush where it does not, there are no checkpoints. There were no ways to replenish items of any kind. Yeah, I mean, you can have a companion with you. You can have up to 2 companions with you, I think, like, you know, any other mission. And you can have people online help you, like any other mission. But, oh, I knew there was an item there. But, other than that, that's it. And, hot damn, like, that mission is, it's really tough. I thought I was gonna be fine, but no. And it is most likely because of the fact that, like, the 6 bosses they throw at you, or they suck, more or less. I mean, the first one is fine. It's really just a test of your deflection skills, and so if you really don't even need to attack him, he kind of just is always attacking you and using his fatal moves for you to deflect. So honestly, as long as you just constantly are deflecting and then going in for like a spirit attack or those fatal attacks of your own. Ooh, there's a fly. Your own fatal attacks. You're basically fine against him. Again, though, like if you're not good at deflecting, though, like you're screwed. Like you're absolutely screwed. But the second boss is where it really fucks me up because I don't like that boss in general. It is actually one of the last bosses of the main game. It's actually the main baddie. I mean, besides the Taoist, the evil Taoist. But the main, like, human baddie, he is the second boss, and he's in his like whatever demon form or whatever, and he sucks because he's so defensive, and it's hard to hit him, and he doesn't use his fatal attacks very often. Like almost rarely does he use them, but he has a lot of AOE attacks and a lot of moves that can just that can cover really big distances, whether you're far away or not. And so he's also just generally pretty tanky. He sucks, and he's actually the main reason why the boss messes me up, because his fight goes on so much longer than others. It leaves me like using a lot of my healing items on that boss alone. So yeah, because like the third boss, well, okay, so the third boss is also kind of tough too. It's I don't remember his last name, but it's, or first name, I guess, technically. But the tiger boss, well, the dude who turns into a tiger, son something, the son father of the 2 boys. He's rough, but I'd rather fight him than fight that second boss. Because he's not as tanky. He's more dangerous and has more attacks and more variation in what he does, but I'd rather fight him. But he can be tough too. And then the 4th boss is actually the Taoist, as a matter of fact, but he's actually really easy. He's pretty frail. Wait, I was in online mode the whole time? I thought I was in offline mode to begin with. Anyways. Yeah, like he's pretty simple. The Taoist is pretty simple. I mean, he's easy in the main game as well, so he's also easy in that boss rush. Because none of the bosses are different. They don't do anything different. They're not like, you know, extrally buffed or special in any notable way. So he's pretty simple. He's got to just be able to just deflect his attacks, you know, his fatal attacks when he does them. And that's about it for him. I'm gonna come back around and get that guy. So he's fine on his own. He's not a big problem. And then the 2 last bosses are the twin, like the double boss, which I'm gonna fight in this mission, which they're not a problem either. And then the last boss is Libu. And I mean, personally, like, I got to Libu once, and I was actually doing okay with him, but I think I had like 1 healing item left. So I did end up losing, but like I did okay for only having one healing item. I was actually pretty impressed with how far I got. But yeah, I mean, Labu is really just a test of endurance. I mean, just like he is in the main game. And so he's not so bad. It all goes downhill with the second boss for me personally. If he wasn't in there, that whole sequence wouldn't be as bad as it is. It's really the second boss for me. For some people, it's the third boss, the son father. For a lot of people, it's him. But for me, for my money, it's going to be the second boss. He's who I struggle with the most. But it could be because my character is not as bulky as this one is. So maybe that's why I have problems with him. I will probably try. That boss rush mode with this character. And just to see how much of a difference it makes for me. Because with all this extra bulk. Now granted, I'm not even using a specific set per se. Like I don't have a dedicated set I'm going for. I don't even have, like I haven't even looked one up that works well with axe wielders. I have no idea. I'm just using since the axe is already slow attacking as it is, I'm really just putting on heavy armor just because of that. To compensate for the fact of how slow my attacks are. But that's really as far as I'm going with it. But this extra bulk is just like, it's so good. I'm kind of curious, like if I were to put my attributes high enough. Okay, yeah, that's where I go. My attributes high enough for health or for stamina. I wonder how it would be having like a heavy armor build, but with a sword. That would be interesting. Okay, so I need to get around and get to go to the panda, but I'm afraid that he'll see me if I do. So to avoid, I think there's also another enemy in here too somewhere. Oh well. Well, to avoid possibly getting having him see me and ruining that, I'm gonna ambush him. There we go. Alright. Yeah, now that I've been using more, now that I have, like, I've been really noticing the differences now in playstyle between, like, a sword user and an axe. It is crazy. Because, like, where the sword, where I'm kind of just, like, really easily able to just simply, just deflect. With the sword, I'm dodging like all the time. Like doing like an actual dodge, you know, like that. I'm doing that all the time, and I'm not even meaning to. With my sword build, I'm not even trying to do that, but it's just happening that way. And it's very weird. It's very, very weird. But it's throwing me off because where I would normally just like an opponent's fatal attack, where I would normally be able to just deflect it and do, you know, lower down their ki or whatever to hopefully set up for my own fatal attack, I'm dodging it. And I'm not trying to dodge it. I want to actually deflect it. But like I guess that's the differences in deflecting and all that stuff with a sword between sword and axe. So it's really interesting to see these differences that are playing out. Okay. That's right. Get some free hits in. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, the issue. I shouldn't say issue, but like the thing with this whole thing is just that like this is one of the, I shouldn't say bigger, but like it just feels like there's just more areas to go around in, and I think that's just because of the fact, well, it doesn't help that there's fog here, so it kind of makes it seem like it's bigger than it is, because it's not. Also, isn't the husband supposed to be around here? Sorry, the husband of the dude like looking for all these ingredients for like liquors and stuff. He's around here somewhere. Let me get you with a poison arrow. Yeah, gotcha. Oh, hello. But yeah, like, so the thing I've been trying to do, because I want to go for poison again. But my issue at the moment is that I can't put enough things on my items, or weapons, and my gear, basically. I can put enough special effects on my gear to make it to where there's enough poison buildup. There he is. Because I was like, I remember being able to like poison really quickly on some some opponents, but I haven't been able to as easily in this game. So yeah, there he is. I think this is the last one. I just find it so strange that like the items that this guy is looking for, I think the 3 times or 4 times that you find him, he's always looking for items that like you have plenty of. And if you weren't like me and sold them, oh wow, you can just skip that whole area. You can skip like all of that and just do a shortcut and come here. If you're stupid. Yeah. Ooh, okay, we got a lot of stuff out of that guy. Okay, I think there's a big enemy there. Yes, there is. Let's go get him. Oh wow, I got both of them. Nice. Alright, I took both those fools out. Or, no, not. Oh, wait, there's another one? Oh, I didn't take him out. Or maybe that was another one I just missed. Oh well. Anywho. Yeah, I'm excited for the DLC to drop. I'm excited. I'm hoping we get some more information out of it. Like, we literally know nothing about it. We know, like, the basics. We just know, like, what it's going to include, and we really only know that because it's going to follow. Well, they did say actually, but we didn't really need them to because they're just following the same pattern that they did with Neo, and so I could have already guessed what they were going to do. But I am interested to see, you know, what else, if there's any other more I mean, I don't really know details about the plot of the DLC, or like, you know, who we're going after. I'm not a Chinese historian, ancient Chinese historian or anything. And the story in this game was a bit convoluted anyway, so I mean, whatever. Oh, hello. Oh, three of them. Okay. Wow. Yeah, see, okay, like, I think that was the very first dragon pot that I have used this whole mission. Now, granted, some of that's because, you know, when you put the flags down, it brings your health back. But, like, yeah, I haven't, that was the first one I think I actually had to use. I didn't have to use it, I only used it so I can grab that one on the ground. But yeah, like, that is kind of, like, the bulkiness of this set is just ridiculous. So yeah, I may really just have to try this set out on that mission there. I mean, the other reason why the mission is so hard is because, so you start off at 0 morale, which this game, you know, the difficulty kind of lives and dies by the morale. You start off at 0, but your enemy, the first boss starts off at, like, I think 3, so you're immediately at a disadvantage. And if you win, then yours increases to like 3 as well, or 7 or something. But the issue is, when you die, you don't get that back. It stays. Oh, sorry, it goes back to 0. Whereas in the main game, it would reset to something. It would reset to whatever your highest morale rank or fortitude rank was. It would the minimum would be at that fortitude rank, whatever that is at the time. But in that mission, it just goes back down to 0, and you also start from the very beginning, so you're always at a disadvantage no matter how many times you start. Even if you use, the only way you can get an even playing field is if you use an elixir at the start, because you can use 3. Well, you can only hold on to 3, so you can only use up to 3, because if you reset, if you go back to a flag and, like, you know, want to, you know, pray at that thing or whatever, at the flag, well, your whole morale and everything resets back down again to 0, and so you're screwed all over again. So, like, nothing changes, nothing's different. And so that's the only way to get the level playing field. But if you get hit with any of that guy's fatal attacks, then it goes back down by morale like it normally would. And so, yeah. So if you're not good, then it'll just go back down, and you're screwed. So it's just like, oh man, that's why it's so brutal, because of the way it handles morale. Because your morale is so low, you also can't use any of your spells. None of them. And since you can't use any of your spells, then you also have a disadvantage as well too. So it is a brutal test of your skills. Anyways, also Fallen, what up, Fallen? Hey, can you let me know if you can hear me? I'm trying to just see if you can hear, can you hear everything? Can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Because I don't have the headphones plugged in through the mic, because when I was doing that, I was like barely hearing any of the game, like audio, and so I'm trying to just see if you guys can hear me still. So please confirm, Fallen. Please confirm, since you're the only one here. I haven't been able to confirm it earlier because no one, because you're the first person to show up. So yeah, sounding good. All right, that's what I needed to hear. Thank you very kindly, Fallen. Because I'm gonna stop plugging in the headphones. Yeah, I'm gonna stop plugging in the headphones, because I believe with the way I have the OBS set up now, I think with the game audio, funneling through it. I believe you guys can still hear the game audio just fine, and it's not going to create like an echo or anything. So I don't think I'll need to, I think I can just keep it out. All right, so we're at the boss now. So actually, good timing on you. Watch you in comfort. You're actually right on time, buddy, because we're actually about to fight a boss, and it's the first boss of this. This is actually this mission is actually split in two. There's actually two parts. So we're now at the first part of it, and it's actually a double battle. Well, at least 2-on-1. I don't know if our buddy's gonna be with us. Damn, he just swiped him. So yeah, we got ourselves a 2-on-1 fight. Now, however, we don't know I don't know who those guys are at all. I don't remember at all if they were anybody. I cannot remember. Anyways, time to fight. Oh, so Guan Yu is with us. Awesome. Oh man, how is that? Oh, hello. You're coming out of nowhere there. Oh, I was doing a freaking spell. Alright, so what happens is that you take out the smaller guy, and then you're not going to be able to take out him fast enough, at least I haven't been able to. And so he actually revives his buddy, or at least I think he revives by himself. Yeah, there he is. So you have to take out the smaller guy more than once. Oh, hello. What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, hello. Oh, I missed it. Oh, wait, no. I got him once. Alright, so he's out. Let me bring the buddy back. Yeah, I brought him back. Why not? And done. And that's that. Alright. Hey, what's going on, Gem? These guys look like some hitters too. Nah, they're actually not bad. Especially the lanky one. His defenses are really weak. But even the bigger guy, he's not too bad. He's a bit bulkier, but he's really not that big of a problem. Anyways, but yeah, okay, let's see here. Playing with the big boys. What's up, Detective? Okay, he was well decided to come give Archie some attention. He looked a little lonely. I probably did. Probably looked real sad and lonely. But yeah, my boy Gemini, hope you're doing well, man. Hope things are going well for you. Or I think hope things are starting to turn for the better on your end. I do have, I don't know if you caught my message on Discord, but I do have a favor to ask of you. But I will discuss it with you privately on Discord. So now he has a cool horse.
真不愧是关将军。
吾送云长出行，特此预备一份薄礼。
感激不尽，明公大恩，他日必报。
So anywho, while this is going on, while they're talking and bickering,
听闻延津已沦为妖魔巢穴。
So fun thing. So actually earlier today, I got done. I spent like pretty much the whole second half of the day, looking at apartments. As a matter of fact, I was out and about. I set up a few tours, to look at some new homes for myself to finally get out there on my own. I had set up 3, but one of them ended up not showing up. Anyways, yeah, one of them ended up they were closed. It was really weird. Like, I had made the appointment through an external website, so I guess that could explain what happened. But like, they even confirmed it. I got the email confirming it and everything for today. But when I got to the office, it said they were closed today. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, why? Why would you guys do that? Like, why would you be closed? It makes no sense. So I got worried. I was thinking, like, crap, are they all going to be closed today and just ruin the entire day? Because I did, like, you know, I put time in, requested time off and everything too, and I didn't want to have it go to waste. So so that one was a bust. But then the next 2 were actually there, so I got to actually go see them. So the first place was okay. The places were a bit. I wasn't sure if they were going to fit like my bed very much, or like if my bed was going to take up like the most of the space. I mean, my bed is a queen, but like those spaces they're smaller than the room I have now. Or yeah, they're smaller than the room I have now. And so I didn't want to have it completely take up the entire space, or like, you know, like 50-60% of it. Okay, I'm going to pray here so I can get my restock. So that was a bit disappointing, but the pricing was a bit cheaper. But the second place was overall a lot nicer, more amenities. It was more spacious. The kitchen was bigger. The living room was bigger. The rooms were bigger. Everything was bigger. Said every black man ever, but you know, but that comes with a price, and so it was pricier. So I'll have to see. You know, I did some numbers already when I got back to see, like, you know, could I afford that? You know, then I had to incorporate bills and such and all that stuff, and so. But I rescheduled the first place for an appointment on Monday, so they said they're open on Monday, so they fucking better be. And I'll give that go, and then I'll make my final decision. So we'll have to see. But things are starting to go. You know, things are starting to move. So I'm just happy that things are starting to move. But yeah, it is. You're not wrong, Gemini. That it is super dumb. Like, and I don't know. Maybe it was like last minute. Maybe that's why they closed. I was thinking. That perhaps it was something to do with Juneteenth. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Gemini, because I know you're overseas. Detective, I believe you're stateside. But if you just so you know, Gemini, Juneteenth is becoming a more and more accepted holiday in the States, and it's celebrated as the official last day of slavery in the country, or something. What I do know for sure, it was the day where the last slaves of the country got noticed that slavery had ended. Because obviously, you know, back then, like, you know, it was really hard for news to travel, especially when that news is being suppressed from those that don't want people to know about it. And so on June 19th, probably like in 1800 something, that was when the last slaves were officially told that, like, hey, you don't need to be a slave no more. Like, take off those chains, homie. You free. You free at last. And so it's becoming a more and more federal holiday across the entire country. And so like actually, like I just saw a map. Almost half of our states in the country actually observe it as a holiday, at least a full holiday or a partial one. My state of Washington, which is like the exact opposite of Detectives Alabama, as far as like politics go, we observe it as a full federal holiday. So like banks are closed, schools are closed, you know, all the government agencies are closed. Now, as far as it becoming a holiday to where regular jobs are closed, not there. And I don't know if we ever will be, because if MLK Day isn't well, actually, for some white collar jobs, MLK Day actually is a holiday they get off. It's not for me though. But a lot of places still are open. So if places are open on that day, Juneteenth probably doesn't have much hope either. But it's good to see it observed anyway. But I was thinking maybe they were closed. I was thinking though maybe the leasing office was closed because of that. Maybe that's why the leasing office was closed, because of Juneteenth or something. Maybe they're reserving it on Friday instead of Monday, which is the day it's going to be this year. But I don't fucking know. It was just weird, man. So we're going to try again on Monday. See if they screw me over again. Because, like, at least, I mean, pictures are always going to be a bit more deceiving, but, like, it does look so, you know, solid. They have a 2-bed, 1-bath, which is what I'm looking for. You know, I'm hoping the prices aren't too bad. I did end up going to the location today, so I know where it's at, and it's not in a bad area. And the apartments, at least, like, the whole lot, all that stuff, it looked okay. It didn't look, you know, rough or anything. So, just need to see what the insides of the places look like and what they price them at. But anywho. Yo, my biba! My biba! Release my biba! Oh god, I can imagine. Gemini, you know you're the exact opposite person that should be telling people that, right? As a British man, you know, who we were trying to get you out of this country to begin with. Imagine the irony of a British dude was telling slaves that they're free. Still good that there's some level of recognition though. It's progress, I guess. Yeah, we're looking for a small town to buy. A small town? You're looking for a small town? You mean a townhome? Did you mean? Is that what you mean? Like a townhouse, townhome? I was like, bro, like what kind of baller are you if you're trying to buy a whole fucking town? Wait, you're trying to buy an actual town? Bro, what? What do you do for a living? You must be jesting, bro. It's expensive as what, a whole town? I'm confused, man. How are you? First of all, why are we buying a town? And also, you know what though? You live in Alabama, so I don't know. Maybe things are just different there. Alabama be wild. Because I'm telling you right now, you don't be buying no towns in my state. So. But towns become abandoned and you can buy them. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, so then please tell me. I am very curious. How much is it to buy a town in Alabama? I need to know this. Because I want to do that. Come on, can we please just... Oh my gosh, I'm upset. I just want to shoot you. There we go. I got you. Ha, ha, ha. You dummy. You big dumb. You dumb. Yeah, I need to know how much is a fucking town in Alabama? What is the cost of an abandoned Alabama town? Because shoot, I might need to go get one. Bro, you could buy my town for less than the price of an Alabama trailer. Shut up, Jim. I wouldn't recommend it though. It wouldn't be in Alabama. I forget where it was, but they have them all over the place. Well, they don't have them here. I can promise you that. Not here. Even if they're abandoned, whatever they're going to ask, you won't be able to afford it. Because if you're trying to tell me that a town somewhere in the South is the same price or not too much more than like living in an apartment or a home. Get out of here. Because that is just bonkers, dog. Oh, no, not that is okay if you can't find one. You can move to my town. I think you're just looking for ways for me to entice me to move to your town, detective. Which I'm sorry, man, but Jem's already got that, or he's already got that pulse on me. So, sorry. Dude, imagine if we bought a town for the Boom Squad and started a full-blown cult. Bro, the Boom Cult. The Boom Cult. We could be called the Boomers. No one under 30 is allowed in. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted. A cult. Hey, Big Daddy Gaming, what up, man? Nice to see you in here. Hope the rest of your stream last night went well. Wait, I think you were about to end it, so never mind. But good to see you, man. Good to see you again. We're on here with that Nia, or with that. This is called Wolong. I don't know if you've seen this game before. It's called Wolong Found the Dynasty. It is a game that is like Neo, which that is a game that shares a lot of similarities to a lot of Dark Souls games or just Souls likes. Granted, now it's not really like a Souls like because there's a lot of different differentiating things with it, but it shares some basic commonalities. But yeah, that's what this is. This is, I guess, holding up the mantle of those tough games that I heard you. I heard what you said in the stream yesterday. I heard you about the tough games that I'm playing. Hey man, I don't play all the tough games, man. If you want the real like people who are glutton for punishment, you need to talk to either Shut Your Gob or Fiery Seiji. Or Saji, Fiery Saji. Both of them are nuts, man. They be playing. See, they do that shit on purpose. I do it because I need a trophy, which I guess is also on purpose. But like they'll do it regardless of what the end result. Like I'm doing it because I need something from it. Like I need a reward from it. They're doing it just because they need to. Like the game is just isn't enough for them if they play it on like medium or easy or whatever. Like, so that's the difference between me and them. They do it as like a hobby. I do it because I just need to get a trophy. For the most of the time it's because of a trophy. Like 95% of the times for a trophy. Okay, let's see here. Imagine the initiation ceremony. I've heard of it. What was your first console? PS2. Get out. Sacrifice. CHG is the Cuphead channel. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not a Cuphead channel. I swear we're not. I hate games that make me feel like I'm gonna break something even though I never have nor will. Before it gets late, I gotta get some things done now that you aren't alone. I feel like I can leave you now. Keep you in the BG. Alright, man. Keep me in the BG. In the BGs. BG with the BGs. But yeah, like I feel like I'm gonna break something. And when you were talking about like, you know, not breaking controllers, I haven't broken a controller either, okay? I haven't even like slammed a controller on a couch or something like that in, oh gosh, in so long. Because no matter how hard a game gets, like I realized that, you know, like I always remind myself of how much these controllers cost. And I'm just like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this controller. Like, no, not for how much these things cost nowadays. Like, I may be fine financially, but it doesn't mean I want to go and break a $70 controller or a $60, $50 controller, you know, every couple months. and I ain't got that streaming money coming in, so, you know, I don't have that luxury. Like the two types of people that I think nowadays we breaking controllers. You are either way more privileged than you think you are, or you have a bit of a problem when it comes to your rage. And our buddy Gemini here knows a thing or two about some rage. Oh man, I'm trying to block that. I didn't get it. Because, yo, Big Daddy, if you want to see some fun, Gemini's playthrough of Cuphead, like his first playthrough, which was like, I think now it's like a couple years old. But his first time going through Cuphead was what it. Oh man, now that was some rage. That is some. I'm surprised YouTube didn't shut down his channel with the things that he was saying. Yeah, it was hilarious, but also bad. At some points, you like stop getting like, you stop laughing, and you're just like, man, are you okay? Like, like this can't be healthy. Like, I remember getting legitimately concerned for him, and I was like, dude, I don't think you should be playing this game anymore. Okay, this guy's just gonna keep doing bullshit to me, so come on, big boy. There we go. Stop real quick. The Polish people I work with call me. Okay, I'm not even going to try to say that. I don't actually speak Polish. If I knew, I would. Even though I am part Polish. No one taught me how. I don't think anyone in my family even can speak it, so. Like, even in my extended family. I think that language got lost throughout the years. So, because I think it was like my grandfather's grandfather who came to this country from Poland. On my dad's side, my grandfather's grandfather from my dad's side. I think that's how far back it goes, and it seems to be like, yeah, it never stayed. Oh, I don't know where it got lost, but it got lost somewhere. Like, my grandfather doesn't speak it. No one on my dad's side speaks it, so no Polish going on around here. Although it would be trippy as hell to like learn it and then go to like Poland or like the Polish area of Gemini's town and start speaking Polish. It just freaked the hell out of everybody. Because they would never suspect a black guy to know Polish. I mean, shit, I wouldn't either. You gotta suffer in order to get good, dog. I did it for the views. Doing it for the views. Oh man, the things we do for the views, right? However, honestly, I'm actually thinking of trying that challenge that I was giving. Mr. Tibbs. Excuse me. And what I think you did, Gemini. I'm really curious, actually, trying it myself to see like how far I could go with just the pea shooter. Oh boy, can you get back up there? I don't think so. I'm curious to see how far I could go too. Like, how far can my skills take me? Like, if I'm on regular mode, right? Which I think you were on regular mode, weren't you, Gemini, when you did that on your live stream? When you were taking open challenges? That pea shooter one or whatever. If I'm on regular mode, I am curious to see how far I could go with just the pea shooter. Like, if I did pea shooter, the smoke bomb would be really bad. But like, if I could do pea shooter with smoke bomb and that's it, I do wonder how far I could get. Like, no supers, no EX moves, no other charms, just smoke bomb, pea shooter. Yeah, I feel like I could do okay. Okay, Salve. Yeah, I tried pea shooter only on regular. Got about 7 bosses in before I died. I think we could both handle the whole game, but not 0 deaths. Oh, you were trying to go as far. You could see how far you could go without dying. Oh, okay. I was wondering if that was part of the challenge or not. Because you did stop, like when you died. I was like, oh, you're done already. So I was like, oh, it must be like a you know, how far you can go before you die situation. Which, yeah, that changes things quite a bit. As far as like just beating the game, I'm pretty sure I could just beat the game, like with infinite deaths or whatever. However, oh man, Grim and honey bombs would be an issue. Even with, like, you know, with how familiar I am with the game now, and with it being regular mode. Oh man, I still, because that last phase with just the pea shooter would be a bit of an issue. All right, so we have a in-game invasion, an NPC invasion happening real quick. I'm gonna let him climb to us and go on, big boy. Cool, you're done. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I almost forgot to put up one of the flags. Oh, geez, RJ, you big dope. Can't forget the flags. There we go. Put the flag. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, otherwise the challenge would have taken up the whole stream, and I wanted to attempt some other challenges to keep things interesting. Yeah, I mean, or you could just dedicate another stream to just, you know, pea shooter smoke bomb only, or if you want to get real crazy, just pea shooter only. I think I've seen that before in like as like a YouTube challenge or whatever someone tried for themselves. However, I don't know if they were going for 0 deaths. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. I would love to see you try some of them, and I know a few others who would enjoy it too. No, we both know who they are, so you don't even got to be coy about it. I know Mr. Tibbs would love to see me in agony. I'm sure Detective Fallen would too. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people. I'm sure. Yeah, Jet, if she jumps in, oh man, shit, Jet would have a ball with something like that. I'm sure she would love to see me in misery. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm coming. Well, I'm coming. You know, actually, Jim, question for you. When was the last time you watched someone like a new player play Cuphead? When was the last time you saw that? I'm curious. And I ask because, man, I don't know about you, but like, after having played it, you know, and like beating it, and especially doing master on expert, and doing the DLC on expert, you know, conquering Salt Baker more or less, you know, like basically doing everything the game can offer you without doing like those predetermined special challenges people do to them. You know, people do like, you know, lobber only or whatever kind of insane mayhem. Besides stuff like that, you know, just playing the normal game, playing that expert, and, you know, getting pacifists on all the running guns and all that stuff, right? It's a bit tough to watch like players play Cuphead and like new players, you know, having trouble beating what's his name, Gula Goop, or however you say it, the goo ball. It's like kind of tough. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, what kind of game, like, what, like, and sometimes I feel like they're just putting it on, you know, and like they're just being bad on purpose sometimes, or I don't know, man. It's just like, if you just took a second to just watch the boss and just, you know, because like that boss is not complicated. And I'm not saying it can't be a challenge, but it's not mechanically, fundamentally, you know, it's not very it's not varied. Like, you know, it does only a couple things in each stage. Like, it's not difficult to navigate around, and yet, like, people just, I don't know. It's tough for me to watch new players when, like, they, you know, they can barely handle the vegetable patch or Gula Goop. Like, anything like, especially those two bosses. Like, if you can't handle those two bosses, it's like, I don't know. Like, if it was Hildeberg, I got you. All right, I got you. I get it. Especially that last phase. Like, it's like, because, like, how are you supposed to, like, it's crazy how people were able to determine what to do with the UFOs. Like, I would have never figured that out if someone hadn't told me. But I don't know, man. Like, it's just tough. It's just tough to watch sometimes. But I don't know. Like, do you not feel the same way? Are you, like, more like, you know, encouraging or, like, empathetic? Oh, that's crap. Well, you better stop blocking, you son of a bitch. Okay, let's hear. Sorry, long time ago now, bro. I only been watching pro runs challenges since you and I did expert mode. Yeah, I can see. I can't stand watching my own original playthrough. I suck so bad. Okay. If you can't handle Lugu, quit. I think I watched somebody's first attempt live. I would be empathetic and supportive. Having been there myself. Unless it's Tibbs. Fuck Mr. Tibbs. He can go to hell. Ha ha ha. You know what? That's like not even mean, because I know he would say the same thing back about you or me. Like everyone else, oh yeah, super nice. RJ Jim, screw those guys. I'm wishing nothing but pain for them. Sweet, I actually got that. Awesome. But yeah, it's rough. I mean, okay. I saw one of our fellow content creators. I will not mention her name, but it's a friend of yours, Jim. And I remember watching her play it, I think before I had played Cuphead, or maybe afterwards. Either way, like, I wasn't at the level I am currently, or having, you know, having gone through everything. And I was watching it, I'm just like, how are you not able to get past Gula Goop? Which I think he's officially the first boss. I think. I know most people go to Vegetable Patch, and I did too, but I'm pretty sure, I think Gula Goop is the first. I think he's the first, because given how I guess simplistic his mechanics are in each phase, I think he is, because the Vegetable Patch, they're more mechanically different than Gula Goop, especially with the carrot. Because, you know, like with him, with like the psychic rings, and then the stuff, you know, the carrots flying on the ground, like we have to handle more than multiple things happening to you. I'm like, yeah, I think they're more sound. They're more technically, you know, complicated. But like when you can't even get past, like, you can't understand how the jumps happen, and then like it's like he's winding up a fist. You should duck, like just duck, or even with the Vegetable Patch, when like the first phase, like. It's a simple jumping pattern. It's just boom, 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 boom. And even in the third time he does it a little bit faster, it's still just boom, 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 boom. Like I don't get it. And it's just hard for me to, like, I don't get it. Also, that guy is the brother of the two dudes who are hanging out with me right now. I don't know how he got captured. And then this guy, he's like her baddie. He was like the former emperor or whatever. And now we're gonna fight him. I think he turns into a bird or something. I forgot what he turned into. Yeah, I don't remember this boss at all. I can't remember what he was. But anyways, I think in every stream I've ever done of Cuphead, I've yelled out FURJ at some point or another. My mom yelled at me for it. I bet she did now. I bet, because your mom was on my side now. Your mom probably loves me now. I'm probably her favorite human being, like, period. Oh, that's what he turns into. Wow, you look nothing like you did before, dude. You're not even close to looking like you. Oh, he has thunder. I did not remember he had electrics. Oh, no. Oh, fuck me. I forgot about electricity. Oh, I forgot you were winding up there. That's not good. Okay. Dang it. How am I getting hit? Just want to deflect. Oh, there we go. Alright, that's what we're looking for. That's what Daddy's looking for. Poison? Bye. Whoa, hello, didn't see that coming. Dang it. Okay, I'm not deflecting well. Ooh, nice. Oh, what? I thought I had him. Oh, I almost had him. What? Whatever, you ain't nothing. Get out of my face. You ain't shit. I mean, you look cool though, but I don't know how he looks so much different than he did before. Like the other bosses, the other humans that get turned into like demons, they still kind of look like their human form, but that guy looks nothing like he did before. Anyways, yeah, Goopy is the training boss. He was designed to practice to the stages of mechanic. Yeah, he feels like it. I mean, yes, he had to do with like his erratic jumping behavior, but I mean, come on. You have a dash. Like you have a dash for a reason. Use it. Like I think it speaks to like how good the bosses are when like those who have beaten the game and like, you know, really know the game pretty well. Like it seems to be like unanimously agreed upon that the worst levels or the worst, you know, stages, whatever, they're all the run and gun. I don't think anybody likes a single run and gun level. I mean, I think the last one, no, sorry, the first one is tolerable. The very first one is like fine, but every other one is like, don't need it. Could totally do without it. Yeah, I'm trying to think in the same thing too. Sorry, I was making sure that the feedback was coming in right. But yeah, yeah, I mean, the idea is okay, and like some parts of some levels are okay, but far and wide, it's just like I don't need it. Like I feel like the most frustrating trophy to get, was actually getting the P rank on the running gun levels. Was actually going the pacifist run. That was like more annoying and stressful than like beating the game on expert. Honestly, like it was. Oh man, it was really bad. I really did not enjoy doing the pacifist runs on any of those, especially the carnival one. No, not carnival. The funhouse. The funhouse one was really bad, and then funhouse sucked, and then the pier, like the shipping pier or whatever, fishing pier. That was also really really bad. It's mainly everything up until the octopus. The octopus itself, if it was by itself, would not be that big of a problem, but like everything before that just is terrible. Oh, the piers. Gemini, I'm gonna have to. I think at some point, I think I'm gonna need you to play RE6 with me off camera, so we can get all the trophies. I'm actually considering. I think I want to do it at some point. I think yeah. Also, he just killed. So that's actually not his brother. That's actually the Taoist in disguise. Yeah, and now he just killed his older brother. So now the older brother has been killed. Just real fast. However, the younger brother, there he is. Yeah. So yeah, now we have all this happening now. So this mission right here is the last regular mission of the game. So we were at the last mission. Now there is another little epilogue part, which is like by itself. But as far as like the main story goes, this is the last one. So we have now finally gotten towards pretty much the end of the game. We'll do this mission on the stream here. I've run over this mission so many freaking times on my other account. So Tibbs doesn't have a PS3, dude. The other reason why is because you're one of the very few people that I know still has a PS3. And speaking of that, actually, I still have this package of games that I want to send you. So I told you I was going to send you Lollipop Chainsaw some time ago because the copy I have is an EU copy. And even though, yes, my PlayStation can play it, I'm a bit of a stickler. Like, I want to keep the games in the region that I live in. So, I know I told you I was going to send you that so that if you want to play that on the channel or just have, because it's become it's a pretty rare game now. It's getting a bit of a cult following, and that was before we heard about this like remake of sorts that they're doing with it, or remaster or whatever. We don't really know exactly what it is yet, but even before that, the game was already pretty rare. So I'm gonna send you that, but I'm gonna send you actually, so give me a few other games that aren't US regioned. I got them from, like, I would buy like a steelbook or whatever country, and they came from another country that I have no use for. So I'm gonna send you that too. I'm gonna send you like a few games, and if you don't want to play them, I also send it to you so that you could possibly go to CEX or Game or whatever and trade them in, or go to a pawn shop or something. Just get a few extra bucks. It probably won't be too much, but I mean, hey, I'm sure you would. Yeah. So I still have that package ready to go. I was going to send it today, but I forgot to bring it with me when I was out and about for my apartment tours. I was going to send it, like I was going to go to the DHL and send it to you in between, but I'm going to get the time. So I'll see if I have time tomorrow to send it out. So I'll let you know when it actually gets sent out, though, because I have your address. I have it on PayPal, so. know, I don't know why I did all this. Oh my gosh, that attack always gets me. There we go. Wait, oh man. There we go. You're out. And you're out. Good. Die. Actually, yesterday I took some time and I took a while to like make a spreadsheet of 'cause I wanted to list out, because I knew there was like a lot of games I was gonna want to grab, either, you know, to keep or just to go and play in platinum. But like I was looking at the older games, right? PS1, PSP, PS3, especially the PS3, because it's just, I know that we were able to stop Sony from shutting down the store for now, like a couple years ago, and it is still up and it still works. You can buy DLC and everything and all that stuff, but like even that has like some issues, like because I bought Ubisoft, sorry, I bought Watch Dogs DLC. I bought the season pass because I was playing it on PS3. Because there was a DLC campaign they added with trophies and shit, so I went and bought it. But for some reason, if you choose to download the season pass, like just the season pass itself, my system kept freezing on me. Now, I was able to download the items individually, which was fine. Okay, this is a really big problem. Because of these stone guys, fucking pieces of shit. Okay, now who is shooting me? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. That's it. Die. Okay, now that is fucking over. So yeah, like, man, and when I got done with the list, holy shit, there was so many games on there. Especially on the PS3 side of things. Like PS1, there wasn't that many that I was actually kind of, you know, wanted to grab and make sure I had a copy of. I'm not that nostalgic for a lot of PS1 games. Especially since so many of them have been like remastered or remade or whatever have you. PSP got kind of big, so I'm actually going to have quite a bit of PSP games that I'm going to want to grab. Because I actually was very fond of the PSP. I actually got a new, not new, but I got one now that is pretty good condition, and very excited to start that. Even though it sucks that you can't really go on. I mean, I think you can download the firmware online, but I don't know how to get it onto I guess you can connect the PSP through mini USB. Maybe that's how to do it. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna work that out, but yeah, but I mean, I'm happy to just have a PSP anyways, just play all these games that I fucking love the PSP, bro. Like, oh, people say that it wasn't really supported, and I'm like, I don't know, man. People are tripping. The PSP was way more supported than the Vita was. Like, not even a contest. Like, the games, even the games from the bigger developers that came out for the Vita, none of them really did that well. Like, at all. Like, every developer that tried, it just didn't do well. Like, Call of Duty didn't work. Call of Duty didn't work. I'm sorry, I should repeat myself. The biggest games for that system, for that handheld, were like just reskinned versions of console versions of games that came out years before. So like when they did Mortal Kombat 9 for the Vita, like, good game, but like that's still just Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was already good, so of course it was going to be good on the Vita. I would hope so. That game was like several years old by the time the Vita version was out. Borderlands 2, Game of the Year edition. I would hope so. The game came out like in 2011. It was a several-year-old game by the time the Vita version came out. And that was about it. Like, there were some standout hits like Uncharted Golden Abyss, which people are still like asking for a fucking PS4 or PS5 port, which me too. I want to fucking play it. Gravity Rush was a standout title, but it was a bit niche and didn't really sell. I mean, I'm sure it sold okay, but it wasn't like the system mover, because it was like a new IP. Yeah, I mean, I can go look up a list of Vita games, like the bigger ones too, and it just wasn't that many. And I think it like, so by the time it got shut down, like in production, it hadn't really been strongly supported for like a couple years even before that. But the PSP though, oh my gosh, that's cool, man. I'm really appreciate that. Sounds awesome. Ooh, I'm gonna throw a fit. Ooh, I'm gonna throw a fit. You know what? That should be another like slogan of mine for like merch. Like, ooh, I'm gonna throw a fit. But yeah, like the PSP, like, okay, bro, like you had like Daxter was amazing. Both Ratchet and Clank games, well, okay, Secret Agent Clank not so much, but Ratchet and Clank Size Matters was fantastic. Exactly what you wanted from a portable. It was basically just any Ratchet and Clank game on the go, which is like that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I want. It's not canon, but who fucking cares? Gran Turismo was on there. Like, it had its own game, which was pretty good. Sorry, I'm trying to play as well. Burnout Legends or Legends and Dominator both did very well on the PSP, which they were exclusive. No, actually, no, it was PS2 version and DS version, but like the PS versions for those games were great. Sorry, make sure I don't fucking die. Oh, come on. How am I down that much? Uh-oh, he's coming. And now you're dead. Alrighty. Okay, now that's done. Yeah, Daxter was on there. Ratchet and Clank was on there. Gran Turismo was on there. Mortar Storm, Arctic Edge was on there. Oh gosh, trying to think. There's more games for sure. I'm just trying to think while I'm also playing and not dying. There was a lot of Need for Speed games on there. Some of them were exclusive versions to that system. I actually had more fun with Need for Speed Undercover on PSP than I did on the PS3. I got a Most Wanted port. It got an Underground port, which actually admittedly that wasn't that good. But like all the sports games were on there and they played pretty well. Oh, Blitz the League got a port, which I played that and had a great time with that. That was good. Like I said before, Burnout Legends and Dominator were both on there. Both of those handhelds were great. Oh, there was a Gran Turismo game. A Grand Theft Auto game, which I think it was Chinatown Wars or Liberty City Stories. One of those, I think, was on PSP. And those were great handheld games, which I think they both went back to the original GTA formula, which was like the top-down view, if I'm not mistaken. And both of those were really well received. There was Final Fantasy on there. Crisis Core, big fan favorite of Final Fantasy fans, which got that remake recently. So that's out. Oh, hello, Panda. That came out, but even with after that, there was Dissidia, which was like a fighting game, Final Fantasy, which was well received. You gonna grab it? Gosh, like there's just. I have a whole list. Like, there's much more games as well that were supported. Oh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 got a port for it, which is like awesome. Yeah, it's just there was a lot of good games for it. Oh, and Rock Band Unplugged, which so good. Rock Band Unplugged is like one of my favorite games ever. Just full stop, handheld or not. Love Rock Band Unplugged. Yeah, it's just there's just so many games for that little system. Like there was a lot of good support, third and first party, for that system, and Very, very fond of it. That's why I have another. That's why I have one. I've never had a Vita. Never even wanted to have a Vita. But the PSP, Huh, so you say Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, sorry, Tony Hawk's Underground, wait, Tony Hawk 2? So as in Pro Skater 2 or Thug 2? Because there was an Underground 2 and there was also the regular Pro Skater 2. Which I'm guessing you probably mean Pro Skater 2. Because for a lot of people, that's their favorite one. Which, I played it a couple years back. I own a copy now. I mean, I could definitely see why. Like, I remember playing it before as a kid, but I wanted to play it as, you know, as an adult and actually go through it with better understanding. And yeah, man, it's ridiculous. And I actually played it correctly. I didn't even use cheat codes. I actually did everything in the game too, like which was interesting. I've never done that before with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Like, so I did the career with all the characters, locked all the costumes, got all, got medals, got all the objectives done, found all the money in all the levels with every character. I did that with every single character. Found the money in all the levels with every character. Got all the medals, the competition medals, which there's 3 of. Did the secret level, but then I even went the extra mile, and I freaking got I found all of the gaps. I found all the gaps in the game. Legit. Didn't use a cheat for it. Whereas, like, when I was a kid, there was a cheat code to unlock everything. And that's what I would normally do. I would just get a cheat code to unlock everything. Because we're kids, right? Who cares? I had fun regardless. But I actually did everything legit. And, man, that took a little while. I mean, I was following a guide. So, I mean, I guess you could say it wasn't that legit. But, like, to me it was. Followed a guide, got all the gaps, and then that unlocked the private Carrera character, the chick who debuted. She was in the first game, and then she came back for the second game as an unlockable character. But you could only unlock her if you found all the gaps. And so I got her legit, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I did everything in the game, so I really have a good appreciation for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And it does, for as primitive as it looks, it does play pretty damn well. It really does, which is just insane how they were able to figure that out. And also, this mission is pretty tough, and I might die because fighting both these guys is a problem. Because I think you can't aggro one without aggroing the other, which is the issue. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him start going back around again. When he turns his back to me again, I'm going to try and see if I can get a, yeah, come on. Yes. Yeah, see, yeah, he'll jump at you. He'll come at you. I'm going to use this. Why not? Alright. That's one down. Alright, that's 2 down. Wonderful. On the second difficulty of this game, that mission actually took me a little while. Like, I was dying a couple times to those guys. They were pretty tough because they're naturally just bulky anyways. So, all right, are these just boss missions? Yes, that's a boss mission, and this is not a boss mission, I think. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this bit. I won't do this one. This is just a boss, just a quick boss fight, which actually might be hard. I think that's actually with one of the tougher ones, so I'll leave that alone. But I will do this, and then we'll go to this mission, and then be done. I literally just used to fool around in the warehouse. If you're talking about the warehouse, then you're thinking of the first game, homie. The warehouse was in the first game. The second game's first level was like a hangar, like an empty hangar, like airplane hangar or whatever. But the warehouse that's the OG Tony Hawk, number 1, numero uno. Which, number 1, that one's interesting because so they handled cheat codes a bit differently from 1 to 2. So in the first game, you didn't unlock any cheat codes, but there were cheat codes in the game, and I would use 2 of them. Like, I can't even play Tony Hawk, the first Tony Hawk, without playing it with those cheat codes. That is how ingrained it is in me for that particular game. Because they had a slow-mo cheat, and it was an infinite special cheat. Now, infinite special I can probably do without if I really wanted to, but the slow-mo cheat I just love using because the way it works is, it doesn't just, so in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, the slow-mo cheat would only activate when you were in the air. Like when you did a trick, that is when it activated. But otherwise, the time flowed as normal. But in Tony Hawk 1, everything is slow. Everything. You're slow. The clock is slow. Everything's slow. But what's weird is that when you just go off a regular jump, not a half pipe or something, but like a regular, kicker or whatever jump or whatever have you, like just a regular jump that's not a half pipe, your spin is so fast. I don't know why, but the slow-mo like reverses the rotation speed. Because if you have slow-mo off, well then if you jump off a regular jump, then you don't move that fast. But on a half pipe, you actually move pretty quickly. But in slow-mo mode, those are reversed, and so on a half pipe, you actually don't move that fast. But in like regular jumps, you actually spin very quickly. And so like I'll just jump off like a regular jump and end up doing like a 2160 or a 1440, just ridiculous spin rotations. And I would like throw on a grab, and if the character had like a special move that was a grab, then I would just be getting bonker points, just bonkers. Like go off one jump, land it with a special move, and then you basically got that level score system, like the score tapes taken care of in one jump. This is beautiful. Why can't I dodge that? Oh man, I'm not having a good time. Oh shit. Oh man. Alright. Okay. Oh no, man, you good, dog. You good. I'm just clarifying for you so that you know. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, Tony Hawk 1 is still, like, it's still pretty damn good. I mean, as primitive as it looks, it is actually still pretty solid. Like, it's interesting because I didn't know this, but the first Tony Hawk game actually used mocap. It used motion capture. I had no idea it used motion capture. I mean, it explains it because, like, all the tricks, especially the special tricks, they look like just super smooth. And for a game from '99, like, I'm just like, what is going on here? It was because of the motion capture. So it makes sense. And yeah, man, that soundtrack. Oh, the soundtrack. So good. I mean, Tony Hawk 1 and 2 soundtracks are pretty damn good. Now, number 2 doesn't have enough, like, has, like, very, I don't think it has any hip-hop at all, like, no rap songs, one bit. And the second game actually did help flesh that out a bit more. I mean, the first game's soundtrack is still fun, but it is, first of all, it's pretty short. There's not that many songs in it. I haven't counted the official amount, but there's not that many. Also, can I even get up there? Oh, I know I can get up there. But yeah, like, it's pretty small. It's not that long. But the songs on there are very, very quirky and fun. And I mean, I was a child in '99, so I don't really know what was hip on the indie rock scene or like the alternative rock scene at the time. Not in '99, like at the turn of millennium. But I know like early and mid '90s, but not the late '90s. So, but it seemed like those, like, they're really good songs. But number 2, man, number 2 just fleshes it out so much better. The soundtrack is bigger. There's more variety in it. Opens up with Rage Against the Machine, which is like, yes, please. I want every Tony Hawk to have Rage Against the Machine. Oh my gosh, I fucking love Rage Against the Machine. And then, like, the hip hop songs that they chose, I don't know if they were like super, super popular back in 2000, but they're really cool tracks. But honestly, Tony Hawk, even into like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, sorry, not Pro Skater, even into like Thug 1 and 2, Tony Hawk's Underground, even those soundtracks were pretty fucking good. Tony Hawk's Underground is actually what actually introduced me into this rap group called Jurassic 5. So good. It's actually the opening track of Tony Hawk's Underground, like that plays in the opening sequence. Man, this guy is fucking me up. I'm gonna throw a fucking fit. Okay. Hashtag throw a fit. I like to think, Gemini, like you just kind of like listen to me in the background and you're just waiting to like hear these buzzwords like throw a fit and stuff, and you're like, oh, he said it. Gotta make a comment. This guy's sleeping. This dude is literally sleeping on the job. Let's wake him up. Wakey wakey. Dang it. Missed. I got him. All right. Alrighty. Oh, we got you over there. Okay, let's get you back over to me. I'm gonna ambush you. I missed. Oh, he didn't miss. Oh no. Oh jeez. Alright, let's just... I'm not doing this. Good. Now you're dead. Oh, hello. Okay. Had me worried there for a little bit. But we persevered as we always do. Anything in here? Nope. Oh, now I don't even know which way I should go. Alright, I'll just... Oh, I have... Okay, never mind. There's only one way to go. Oh. Oh, Gemini. Man, I heard some pretty sad news about our buddy Parks. Apparently, like YouTube is like been bugging for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but apparently like he got his channel flagged or whatever. Apparently, like something about his content, they deemed it as him reusing content, which I don't know if that's what they're just calling it when like you like maybe like he thinks you were using someone else's content or something, but they deemed his content as reusing it, and they actually took away his monetization. Like they completely removed it. Like no super chats or stickers or nothing. Like he gets none of that anymore. And so the only thing they said, that they told him what it was, but they didn't even give him examples of like what exactly his violation was. Like, you know, like they didn't pinpoint to anything in particular, nothing specific. They just said you're reusing the content, so no more monetization for you. And then the only thing they said, they let him set, you know, apply an appeal or submit an appeal, which he did. But they denied it, or either they denied it, or they just, you know, they still stuck with their initial notion. And so yeah, like he just completely just lost monetization on it, and because of that, he actually just like he removed all of his regular uploaded videos. He kept his streams on there, but he deleted everything else. And I guess now he says he's not going to do YouTube anymore because of this. Because like I guess he would have to completely restart, and whatever process it is to get, like, you know, monetized again. Apparently, the only thing you can do at that point is restart the process, which I think you have to. Which I think is, again, I don't know if he would have to, like, you know, get, you know, 2,000 or so new views, subscribers, but he probably has to, you know, regain his, like, what, 4,000 watch hours again before he could apply, or I guess reapply, to be a partner and get monetized again. It's crazy, man. Like, it just happened today, like, out of nowhere. Like, just like, what? So you're absolute bull. The dude has been making reaction content for ages now, and they flagged him for breaching community guidelines and took away his monetization. Appealed it. I hope they investigate. Appeal. So he sucks. He was doing so well. Really good community built up. I'm gonna tell him. Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. Like it's one thing to do it. Like it's like with anything, right? Even with kids and parents. Like studies have shown that, like, you know, you don't want to just discipline your kid, right? Or get mad at your kid but not let them know why, right? Like that never ever works. Or like when you just like want something done, or you just want to exert your authority as the parent but you don't explain why, to the kid, especially when they're able to understand what you're saying. Like, that just never works. It just never works. And the same thing applies to anything. Like, you're at a job, like, you don't just get reprimanded for no reason. It's like, if I did something, like, tell me what I did wrong. Like, I want to know. Like, I need to know, you know, like, not, you know, just like, you know, from my own growth, you know, like, get better, or like, just know, like, you know, is my punishment worthy of what I did? Like, does it make sense? Like, you need to tell me. You can't just go and reprimand someone for without any cause. And so to not know is like, is crazy. Also, hello. You're the wife looking for her husband. You still can't find him, huh? I know where he is. She needs that money again to keep going on her journey. Oh, she's still not done? Wow. She'll give up eventually. And then we find him later, which is very funny how it works out. Of course it doesn't. Like, how was he supposed to understand what offense he committed if they won't even communicate with him about it? Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's like, if he did something wrong, then it's like, okay, like, let so that he can stop doing it. And like, okay, whatever. Like, if you don't want me posting reaction content, then I'll stop doing it. You know, which I'm sure he would. Like, he may not agree, but he would at least be like, all right, whatever. Like, that's what the YouTube daddy wants. That's what's gonna happen. Also, I think this thing is glitching. There we go. All right. You know, but it's like, how can he make a change if you don't let him change? You know, or if it's something else. It's like, it's very bizarre, like, why YouTube would do that. And like, to know that, like, he didn't even have any, like, I don't know if he had any other marks on his account from YouTube before. You know, like, I don't know. I didn't ask about that. Maybe that's what's affecting it. Like, maybe because he did have some marks. I mean, he can tell us himself. Oh, there he is. He can tell us himself. Hey, we were just talking about what happened with you, bro. Like, we're really feeling bad for you, man. What happened? Like, we found out today, and like, I'm just really sorry to hear what happened to your channel, man. Like, is there any other context you can provide for us, bro? Like, anything else, you know? Like, because I know, you know, what I know is that you got like, YouTube yelled at you for apparently using reused content, whatever that means. I don't know if you've ever figured out what exactly that means. And then they were just like, no more money for you. And the only thing they let you do was just make an appeal, which you tried, but then they denied it, and so you're kind of stuck back to square one again. Am I missing anything? Is all that correct? Is there anything we're missing here? Since you're here, I might as well just ask for the, you know, get the full story. Haha, gotcha. All right, you're done. Anywho. All right, here's man himself. Parks is in the building. Yes, he is. And yeah, I know I don't have a clue, bro. I didn't even have any strikes or no warnings before never 4 years, but I have to wait 30 days to reapply. 30 days, huh? Okay, so if Parks if you're still here, so with that reapplication, if you choose to do it, so do you also have to like get, like, you know, like 4,000 new subscribers, or like, do you have to get like your 1,000, like, you need to get like another 1,000 of subscribers, and like, do you need to get another 4,000 watch hours, or is it to where, like, you know, if you reapply, you just get, you know, as long as they, like, will they just look at what your stats are now and just be fine with it, or do you even know? I'm just curious. Like, it'd be really bad if they made you have to go and redo all that shit. You know, like, oh, you need to get another 1,000 subscribers, or like, you need to go and get like a whole nother, you know, a whole nother set of bullcrap, you know, like, man, because that would be real rough. Also, I'm going to go back to the village and upgrade a bit and level up. I deleted all my video uploads, so hopefully that might sort it. Nah, dude, I've already got all that just to reapply, bro, and check all my stuff again. Nah, dude, I've already got all that. Okay, so you just reapply and that's that. All right. Yeah, I the word part, the part that me and Gemini were bugging over was like, it's just like tell you, right? Is like, just tell me. Like, tell me, like, what did I do wrong? Like, I may not, like, I was saying, like, you know, even if they gave you a reason, even if you didn't agree with it per se, it's like, well, at least you're telling me, and I can, you know, prevent my channel from getting, you know, in trouble further. But it's like, when you don't even let me try to fix the problem, it's like, how am I supposed to even do better? Or how's anyone supposed to do better if you're not even communicating the issues? Oh, man. Yeah, really dumb. Really, really dumb. I'm really upset that I have not found a better crossbow. Ooh, but I found a better bow that actually works better with my, well, doesn't really work that much better with my stats, but I might want to hold on to that bow. You know, I actually usually do this stuff off camera because, man, I can be sitting here for like I can sit here for like 30 minutes to an hour just fiddling around with all this shit. So what I'm going to do instead, for sake of time, I'm just going to level up and then we'll get back to the action. Now, normally I would like try to, you know, tempt fate and actually like just go to that last mission and see if I can do it. But like, I really don't want to lose this much experience. I really don't. Anyways, there's no way they would make you reattain your monetization. You already generated the watch time and subs. No issue. Okay, so it makes sense. I know, how was anyone supposed to know how to avoid it again? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I feel it. Could have been much worse. I could have had strikes and been suspended too. It was only 30 days. Yeah, Jim, I just reapply and that should be it. I'm good. Got all my AdSense sorted already, so they had that information. So they just need to approve it. Just annoying. I had to delete all my uploads. Okay. Now I feel it. So you have basically, so parts what I'm seeing is that you basically have to just go a month without getting monetized on anything you do on YouTube, and then it seems to be after 30 days, you just reapply, and assuming they'll approve of it, you're back to basically getting your monetization. Is that what I'm hearing? So okay, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, I mean, you're right. Yeah, it could have been worse. Like, you could have had a suspension, or like, you know, made it to where like you're not able to do anything now more with your account. So no, yeah, okay. I mean, it still sucks. Absolutely, I'm not even gonna act like it doesn't, but I guess technically, yeah, it could have been a bit worse. So I guess they're not putting a strike on your channel, I guess, or a strike or anything. If the technicality was, sorry, if my stream is bugging out, I apologize. Come on, stream. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, game. Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear me? Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna try to get out of the screen as fast as I can. Alright, I can level up 12 times. Let's see here. 12 times, okay, let's do 7. And 2 there. Okay. All right. Okay, so Alrighty, I'm hoping that it comes back soon. On my screen, it's not showing any gameplay or anything at the moment. But if you guys can see it, then okay. That's all that really matters. If anything changes, please let me know. Okay, yeah, you know what's annoying? You see people doing this everywhere and they don't get monetized. It's weird. Yeah, I was about to ask, Jam, or sorry, Blazing. I was about to ask if because I think because it seems to be what might be the culprit was that refresh your screen. How do I refresh the screen? What you mean, like refresh my web page? Won't that like fuck up the stream? Well, it won't fuck up the stream because I saw OBS running, but like, actually, yeah, will that fuck up the stream? I'm a little scared to refresh my screen on my browser here. But what I was gonna say was that like if the suspected culprit of why YouTube yelled at you was because of like your reaction videos, then yeah, it's really weird because yeah, like the reaction videos are such a big thing now. Like, I don't know. I've never done them, so I don't know. I mean, I know it can be a bit tricky to navigate. Like, I know there's like this one dude who I did watch him do some reaction videos to some songs. Because it was music, he would have to like constantly be stopping the video. Like every, I don't know, 20 or so, 10 to 20 seconds, because you don't want to get like that copyright issue or whatever. But I don't know, maybe it was something else. Anyways, okay, are you guys still, is everyone still here? Are you guys still able to see stuff? Is everything running okay still? Because I'm still kind of bugging. Oh, we're back. Well, at least I'm back. Okay, whatever. Okay, so you guys are here. You guys are still hearing everything, seeing everything. So that's all that matters. Okay. All right. Good. Got that good. But yeah, man, it's what it is, I guess. What I was worried about, though, I heard that you were thinking about going to transition over to Kick, Parks, and I'm about to be like, no, Parks, don't do it. Don't go to Kick. I just heard about that platform from King Linaflox, who's sometimes in the streams. He was telling me about it just this week, actually, as a matter of fact. And he was telling me, like, man, it is apparently that platform is nuts. Like, it is a hellhole over there. Like, people, it's like the way I heard about it, I was like, it seems to be like it's basically 4chan but for live streaming, and that seems to be spot on. Like, you can use racial slurs, trans, homophobic slurs. Like, nothing's off limits over there, man. I actually told King, I was like, man, hey, you and I should go there just to try it out, see what happens. He was like, you first. So I'm just like, damn, like, what kind of people be chilling over there? I hope so. Keep your head up, champ. All right. I was browsing and you came across porn? Oh my gosh, it is a fucking lawless wasteland. How has that site not been shut down? Because if people are sharing, like, in a public format like that, if people are sharing pornography and it's an open platform to where, like, anyone can watch it, including children. And okay, yeah, it can be like Twitch, to where like there's like mature rated streams and you have to like to verify you're 18. But like, come on, what's a quick little change of your birth date on your profile? You know, that just a little quick change there will solve anything. Like any of us ever put our actual fucking correct date of birth when we were looking up porn sites. Yeah, okay. So I'm just like, I don't know how that site is able to stay up, man. I mean, I guess granted, the same thing with 4chan, I guess, or even Reddit, I guess technically. So I guess if those sites are up, I guess Kick can be up too. But fuck, man, for a live stream, jeez. Oh, and I heard like, you know, like gambling is like the norm over there. I don't know. I know there was like a big gambling controversy with some influencers of like varying sizes and such were like promoting like some gambling companies or whatever, or they were like they would stream themselves doing like slots and stuff on stream and talk about how much money they were using to do it, but it actually wasn't their money. It was sponsored money to promote the site. That was a whole big controversy on Twitch, I believe. And I don't know if they banned gambling live streams or made it to where, you know, they made it more strict to people who could watch them. But yeah. But who knows, man, how it's done over a Kick, man. Probably just like, I don't want to know. But yeah, it's fucking nuts over there. I never visited the site myself, but from what I've heard, man, I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to even go test the waters. It seems like way more trouble than it's worth. Okay, let's see here. Let me get away from this enemy here. Okay. Bro, I think I should transfer. You know what? You know what, Jem? If anyone could thrive over there, it's probably you. It probably is, because like you could probably just be you would be so antagonistic to everyone else too, like because people would just egg you on and try to fight you, and you would just take it. You would not take it. You would just be like, you ever fucking want to go? You want to fight? But seriously, hardcore stuff. Do what the Twitch girls do, RJ. The hot tubs. Oh, the hot tub streams. Yes, that's what I gotta do. I gotta get on the hot tub streams. Man, I bet you on Kick, I bet you the hot tub streams, the girls are actually naked. I bet you. I would not be surprised. And all honest, guys, I don't do it for the money. I do it because it's a hobby. I love meeting new people, and it takes things off my mind. So yeah. No, man. No, I believe. I mean, for a lot of people, man. For a lot of people, I mean, the monetary situation, whatever that is, whether it's a lot or like, you know, a little modest or a lot, you know, the other big part that they appreciate is being able to create their own little community, or like be a place where certain people can go to and not feel like they have to like be different or themselves, or sorry, where they can be themselves and not have to feel they have to be different, or, you know, they just feel comfortable. So, you know, I get it, man. I get it. Personally, I don't give a fuck. I want that cheddar cheese, yo. I'm fine. I'm trying to move out of this house. I got bills to pay. But yeah, man, I feel it though. Like Gemini too. Like, you know, like he's the same way. You know, I mean, if life was simple, which it is very much not, and especially so for our boy Jim here. But if it was, like, despite him having the subs that he has, like, what he really cares about is just like he would love to just get that Boom Squad really off the ground and really just the dopest ass place for people to hang out and, you know, just do their thing. So, yeah, absolutely understand. I get it. And yes, bro, yeah, Gemini, you would fight. You would try to find a way to get through through your computer monitor into their monitor and like choke the life out of them. I know that is exactly what you would do, or at least try to do, which would only fuel the trolls even further. Alright, so I'm going to skip him and travel over to this side. Alright, I'll let that guy I'll leave him alone. Okay. Perfect. It's all about the community, my man. Nah, man, it's all about that cheddar cheese, yo. All about the money stacks. Give me your money. Oh, and by the way, I did catch your message, Detective, about me trying to get me making you feel like you want to play Neo. Please do. I would love to watch you play Neo and see how good you are at it, and then critique you, and then judge you, and then yell at you for making certain mistakes. Like, why aren't you doing this? Like, oh my gosh, you need to block. Or like, oh my gosh, why aren't you dodging? That would be basically me. And if you kept dying to the same boss, I'd be like, oh gosh, do I have to help you now? Must I teach you my ways? And lucky you, that game actually went to PC recently. Cause I don't know. I saw you play Yakuza, and I noticed the controls was like the Xbox controls, but that could also be because you were on PC. I don't know what you're on. I'm hoping PC because Neo is not on Xbox. It is a PlayStation exclusive. Well, it came out originally as a PlayStation exclusive, and it stayed that way until they remastered it for PS5. But then it also came to PC. So, hope you're on PC. Oh wait, I think you are, because we talked about PC and how I don't want to have it. Why I'm not gonna fuck around with PC, and you were like, oh, blasphemy. So I think you are on PC. I'm back in the USSR. You don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. Oh, come on. I just want. There we go. You're dead, son. Get out of my face. Okay. Yes, all PC. That's what I thought. Okay, good for you. So you can play it. I have a Switch and an Xbox, but I don't play that too many games on computer. I really wish I had all my consoles. Lost a personal situation. Hey man, it's my heart beats for those who have had to sell consoles to get out of a jam. I have personally not have had to do that so far in my life. I have gotten rid of consoles, but not out of a jam just because I was moving on. My heart beats for those that had to do it more or less unwillingly. Like as a means of survival or whatever have you. Man, my heart beats for those. Or who have to like sell games or whatever because of it. Like, oof. I feel you, man. Like if I was in a situation where I had to like, you know, I had to sell my PS4, PS5, PS3, you know, my games, or like my PSP that I have, or the Xbox One that I actually do have that I never use. Man, that'd be a sad day. Or like if I had to sell my Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I've been collecting since I was like a young teenager. If I had to sell those, man, which depending on the card, I actually could sell them for good money. By good money, I mean like, you know, a couple $1,000. Not like, you know, I don't have like a base set 1 first edition Charizard or anything, but what I have some really old cards that some of them do sell, and so, but like to lose those because of a bad situation, man. Just kill me. Life's no longer worth living at that point. Just take me from this cold world. This cruel mistress we call living. Take me now. But anyways, okay, so you're talking here. Okay, without too many details, I wasn't old enough to decide. There it is. I would be happy to have a PS5 today, though. Honestly, never been an Xbox guy, but I don't have a dislike towards it. Dude, my Yu-Gi-Oh cards that went for a fly. Wait, what do you mean went for a fly? What the hell? Is that some Southern speak you're talking to me about? Went for a fly. What does that mean? What do you say to me? What you say to me? What you say? Oh, hey, get over here. I ain't doing you. Haha! And I'm coming. All right. Where did the rest of my message go? That's what I'm wondering too. Yeah, what did you say? I'm like, sold it for a fly? What does that mean, man? What are you talking about, dog? I know you Southerners got some crazy lingo, but what you say? What are you saying to me? What you say? Oh, there's a sorcerer over there. Gotta take him out real quick. Ooh, got him. I feel like there's a fly that's been flying around my head. I'm feeling I don't like it. Okay, some kid knocked them out of my hands and the wind picked them up. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. You really had your own little Weevil moment from the show. Kinda. Obviously, air instead of water, but same thing. Damn, man, I feel for you. My heart beats for you, bro. My heart feels you, man. That is rough. Actually, I had something similar. No, what I had was like a actually I don't know what to call it. Oh, I had like my no, actually there's no comparison. Like when I was a kid though, like I knew how to play the game, but I was really just collecting more so. I knew how to play it well enough. Well, not really well enough. I knew the rules. And I was collecting cards. I had some good cards at the time, and this I think he was my upstairs neighbor or something, but he was older than me by like a good few years. Like he was probably a teenager when I was like 10, and he obviously he wanted one of my cards. And at the time in the show, the anti-rule was like in effect, like because it was the second season or second series, season. With Battle City, with the anti-rule, so if you lost, you have to give up your rarest card or release a card that's agreed upon. And so this kid, he knew Yu-Gi-Oh better than I did. Like he could actually play it, whereas I kind of just knew the rules. And so he found me. I don't know how he knew that I had cards, but found out I had cards. Asked if I wanted to battle. I'm just like a kid. I'm thinking like, oh, cool. And he was like, anti-rule, and he wanted my lava golem, which was an ultra rare lava golem. I don't know if it came from the structured deck or if it was from a pack, but at the time lava golem was a pretty sought after card, and I had one. And so he was like, let's battle. It's like, okay, I agreed. And the kid destroyed me, and like no effort, just wrecked my life. And so he gave me I was like, well, you won. But like I was like feeling like I was totally taken advantage of, like no doubt about it. And I was so sad. I started crying, and I went downstairs. I went back because we were upstairs where he lived, and I went downstairs back to where I was living in my apartment. And I like went home. I was like fucking bawling, crying. And I told my mom about it. Like my mom never, if she did do something about it, it didn't result in me getting my lava golem back. But she knew. I told the story, and she knew what was going on. Like that kid knew what he was doing. That guy knew. He knew he was taking advantage of a little kid. And that's how I lost the lava golem. But now in hindsight, lava golem's worth nothing, so it's like whatever. And obviously I can get one now, like easy. They're like a couple bucks now. Even the rarest ones are like not even that expensive anymore. So, but yeah, it's just that's my sad story with Yu-Gi-Oh. Very sad story with Yu-Gi-Oh. But I still collect them. I don't know what my rarest Yu-Gi-Oh cards are nowadays, because like they're constantly reprinting the cards in new sets, and like there's like a set like every 3 months or whatever, and then there's like those like special sets that like will reprint it in like some rarity that brings down the value like crazy. Gosh, I have a lot of cards. I haven't gone through them in a little while. I have a Dark Paladin, like an OG Dark Paladin. I think it's OG, or at least an older set, which I think is worth a little bit of money. I have a Black Skull Dragon, which I believe is actually from Metal Raiders, the OG Metal Raiders, but I don't think it's worth that much. And also, it's not in like mint condition or anything, so I don't know how much that goes anymore. And like I would have cards that are like rare at the time or expensive at the time, but with the last couple of years, like they kind of lose their value because again, the reprinting that Yu-Gi-Oh does, which is good for the competitive scene. It really is, and I'm not all that mad about it. But it does drive down the price a lot. I think the only things that are probably going to stay crazy expensive are old, like in the recent like year or so, they've been putting out these chase cards with that have like, I think they're called a Starlight. I don't know how I made that jump and died and didn't make. How did I get here? How the hell did I? How the fuck? I didn't glitch. This isn't a glitch. It's just the geometry has it to where there's no like wall blocking your path, like from just falling down. So like if there's a hole, you can get down through the hole, and I did, and great. Gotta go die now. Oh wait, this game's different. I don't think you can die that way. You don't. You just you're like near death. Never mind. I forgot that was a mechanic in the game. But still, how the hell did I do that? Anyways. But yeah, but Pokemon though, Pokemon's a different story. Because a lot of the Pokemon, a lot of Pokemon cards, especially the old ones, haven't been reprinted. And reprinting is not as common in Pokemon. It's starting to. Some cards actually do get reprinted. But it's not as common because the metagame with Pokemon is a bit different with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like technically you can use, I think you can use like any kind of card from like, you know, from the past, but because the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or sorry, a Pokemon, because of the way that game works, they just don't work like they used to. And I don't think that game revolves around archetypes per se, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Does. I could be wrong. I've never played Pokemon in my life. I never learned the rules of the Pokemon card game. But I don't think it revolves around that, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh! Does. So like that's why old cards can somehow like turn into being incredibly viable with the right like support cards on top of it. Like in like 2016 or whatever, 2017, Thunder Dragon became like the most sought after card ever. With Thunder Dragon by itself is an OG old ass card which does really nothing spectacular. But then Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, or Konami was like, let's just give all the support cards to Thunder Dragon, and then it became actually viable for a little short period. There we go. I got you poisoned now. Yeah. So yeah, it's just weird how it all works out. But some of my rare Pokemon cards, I actually have some of my, I think my favorite sets. I know the names of them, but some of my favorite sets are the Neo series, like Neo. I think it's Neo Genesis, Neo Revelations or something. But like the few Neo sets that there was like three or four of them. I love those shining cards that they actually had shining in the name of them. Well, I have most of those. Okay, usually some people are supposed to come out of those. I don't know why they're not popping out here. Oh, he saw me. He's mad. He's really mad. Uh-oh. But yeah, I have most of them. I think I'm missing 2. And the two or three that I'm missing are not the rarest ones. I actually have most of the, I think I have all the big rare ones. Like I have a Shining Charizard. Not joking. The one was like, it's like flying in the, you know, just flying and all that shit. I have that. I do have a Shining Mewtwo. I have a Shining Steelix. I have a Shining, I have Shining Gyarados and Shining Magikarp. I have both of those. I have a Shining, I think I have Shining Kabutops. I have Shining Raichu. Oh, and I have Shining Tyranitar. Now, I think the three big ones are Mewtwo, Tyranitar, and Charizard. And I think those three cards alone, I don't remember what condition they're in. I'm gonna have to look at them. They're not bad. They're not beat up or anything like that. But if I were to sell those three by themselves, I think they could get me at least probably $1.5 grand, at least, if I sold them at the market prices that people are selling them at on TCG Player. And then if I were to include the entire collection of what I have, it would probably, you know, probably $3,000, $3,000 to $4,000. And that's just those Shining cards, you know? Like, that's not even including all of the EX cards that I have, all of the, you know, especially the older ones. Not even mentioning, like, a lot of the, you know, any of, like, the various the mega EXs, or, like, now, like these Rainbow Rares, any of those. Like, that's not even including all of those. So if I were to, like, add up everything, like if I was able to sell everything for the market price or around the market price that they're currently at, yeah, I mean, and I have several hundred cards, and I don't keep like commons or uncommons or even rares, unless it's like a holo rare, or like if the rare is like really cool looking, like I really like the look of it, then I might keep it. But I generally don't fuck around with like the really, like, you know, ultra rare cards or higher or whatever, holo rares and all that stuff. I usually don't fuck with those. Now, those ones don't really go for anything, like maybe $1 or 50 cents, depending on if it happens to be a bit of a chase card or not. But yeah. So like if I had to get rid of any of those cards to like make, you know, to kind of get by with something that's happening in my life, oh, devastation. Because like even if I could eventually get the cards back at some point in my life, the price of it is going to be even higher than it was before. Like, it's crazy because I bought a lot of those Shining cards when I was in college. Like, and I was in college at like in like 26. I graduated in 2016. So from like 2014 to 16, I was buying those cards. And at the time, like Pokemon, I mean, Pokemon's always big, especially the old cards, right? But like it was before the boom that we've been noticing that's been happening with the pandemic. You know, with people, like it's actually so bad that in Japan there's actually a new store being created that will sell cards, but they're actually IDing people to like reverse IDing people to where if you're too old, you're not allowed in the store. Like you cannot be in the store because they're trying to circumvent all the older people, you know, all the scalpers buying all the packs up, and preventing everyone who just wants to, you know, little kids or just kids or people who just want to, you know, buy the cards normally can do so. Like it's insane. Oh jeez. Okay, sorry, stretching out. Like it's absolutely nuts. Like how bad the scalping situation has gotten. And these aren't even like sets that are like short printed or anything. These are just regular sets. Like the scalpers are just getting out of hand with Pokemon cards. Like they'll go to every little shop and all that stuff and buying them all up. And that's why actually retailers don't sell cards anymore. At least I don't think they do. Or if they do, they're locked up. Like Walmart and Target used to be like the go-to spot, especially Walmart used to be like the go-to spots to find like these random little like, you know, collections of sorts that like packed in random packs and stuff like that. You can't buy them anymore from those stores, and directly because of how bad the scalping got. during the pandemic. You can still buy them at GameStop. They still sell them. But nowadays, see, they used to have them on the floor, on the sales floor. Now you actually have to ask them that everything's behind the counter. Again, to stop scalpers or theft, more or less. And so it's just it's crazy how bad it is, how bad it got. But like, I bought my Shining cards in like 2016 or whatever, well before the boom started. And I bought even the rare ones, even the Charizard and the Tyranitar and the Mewtwo that I have, even those ones. I spent like maybe a couple $100, and that's probably for the Charizard. But I think the other two were under 200. Yeah, and I think for a majority of them, I spent less than 100 on them. Which nowadays, if you look up any of those cards on TCG Player, even the heavily damaged ones are selling for several $100s. All of them. Every single one of them. Which I don't know which one would be the cheapest. Probably Noctowl or Raichu or Magikarp, maybe. It's like even the cheaper ones are selling for like a fucking almost $1,000. Which is insane, because I bought them at such a good time. Like, I should have bought the rest. I don't know which two I'm missing, 2 or 3 I'm missing. I'm pretty sure one of them is Noctowl. Also, this cow sucks. But yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, it's nuts. Alright, you want to turn around? There you are. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah! Okay, come on. We just need another one of those and we're good. Let's just use that because why not? Come on, get over here. Yeah, come on. Ooh, what just fell? What just fell? Oh, the water bottle. Okay. Anyways, you know what I should probably do is, because I've actually thought about this before, but I don't know how to set up a, because okay, so I collect cards. I also collect steelbook cases for my games. Now it got popular it's more popular with movies. It's actually been going on way longer than movies, and like every single movie on the planet has a steelbook release for it, especially from Best Buy. But games, there's plenty of games that have steelbooks too. Like usually come with like collector's editions and special editions, stuff like that. Well, I collect those for my games that I play, and I've collected them since I was like 15 or 14 or whatever. I love them, and I thought about making a video to showcase all that I have, because I have like, I don't know, 30, 40 of them at this point. But my issue is trying to get like, you know, like when you like, you know, like for like a boxing video, you have like that overhead camera that's kind of like almost like it's like a POV style. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if it's as simple as just grabbing an arm or whatever and like touching a camera to it or something. I'm not sure how that works. Or maybe you would just put on like a fucking GoPro or something. I don't know. I really don't know how I would work it, because what I don't want to do is hold a camera on with my phone or something, because that's gonna be a little shaky and it's not really gonna look that good. But I'll have to figure out like what's the best way to go about it. But I've also thought about maybe showcasing some of my rarest, what I think are the rarest cards that I have. Some of my rarest cards, including the shining set, not really set, but like the shining cards that I own. So I think that would be really cool to show off, and if I ever manage to figure that out, I'll let you know, Detective, because I'm sure if you see that, you're gonna fucking probably have a seizure from all the sensory overload that you said. So, hi Jet. Hello Jet. You're hungry. I'm hungry too. I've been streaming too long. I need to go eat. I'm hungry, but this mission is like really long. And also this part of the mission kind of sucks, because it's like if you're trying to do everything in this mission, it's not a straight path, and it can get a bit confusing trying to figure out, you know, trying to get all the pathways covered. You'll be back. Finish your mile. Finish your mile walk. Hey, you do you, girl. You do you, girl. Oh, Jem, actually, since you're here again, so Jess actually been walking a lot lately. She's been trying to walk like at least every day for like what, a couple miles or so. And I told her like that's a fantastic way if you're trying to get in shape or lose weight or whatever like that. It's a very, very good way if you stay on it. That is, like, if you're consistent with it, like walking is one of the best ways to, like, you know, to lose weight and everything, or just get more healthy or whatever have you. Because man, walking, like, especially if you're being serious about it, you're walking kind of fast and not taking, you know, not being leisurely about it, like treating it like a workout. Like, I do it. Like, there's actually a trail I live near that's right next to my house, like literally 5 minutes from my house, and it goes on for a little over 3.5 miles, and that's just one way, because it is a one-way path. But like that's actually how I helped myself drop like 30 pounds or so a few years back during the pandemic. Like when it first hit, like when it first happened, and I was laid off my job around the same time. I was unemployed for like almost a year. But since I had a lot of time in my hands, in addition to, like, you know, looking for jobs, I also started just working out more. And since I had the whole fucking day, I would just go for walks. I would go walk on that trail, and sometimes I would do the whole thing, or often actually I would do the whole thing often, which led to like it was like a over 7-mile walk, or hike, I like to call it, because I mean, it's so fucking long, might as well call it a hike at that point. But yeah, like, and I did that. I would do that like a few times a week, in addition to like regular working out at the gym. And yeah, I was just dropping weight within a few months. Walking is a great way to lose weight, especially if you're not one that likes to run or likes doing that kind of regular cardio and all that stuff. Like, it's great. There's actually this dude in my neighborhood who, like, he was like an overweight dude, and I was noticing him more and more just walking along the sidewalk and stuff, like with his headphones in and everything. And then some time passed, and I just was like, and I happened to see him again, and I was like thinking, like, damn, he's been losing some weight. So like, it does work. It does work. Walking does work. There was no problem with walking at all. I just prefer to run because, like, well, first of all, I like running when my knees at least don't hurt and yell at me. But also I like building the cardio. I like kind of like, you know, getting your lungs, like, you know, improving your lungs and everything, and your breathing and your, you know, all that stuff. That's why I like to run. Is more so for that conditioning. But I do know that, like, you know, not everybody likes to do that, or not everyone even really cares or wants to do that. Some people can get that conditioning through heavy lifting. That's perfect. Really effective way to torch some extra calories. I like how you said torch. It's just, that's what that made me think of when you said torch. But Jem, speaking of the working out, man, I'm still getting every time I'm on the treadmill now, I'm just thinking I'm just trying to think of like the ways I'm gonna try to make you laugh at the gym when I visit the UK. Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to fucking get you to crack. Like when we're working out, like when we're done lifting or whatever. All right, man, I'm gonna go hit the treadmill. You gonna come? You're like, all right, man, I'll join you. I'm not gonna say shit to you. I'm just gonna start like playing some music, and then just I'm gonna start playing some music, and then I'm just gonna start fucking like just fucking headbanging my head and just rocking out, and I'm gonna just wait for you to just lose it. And then also just like, and then you're gonna have to like explain me to people like who might be on the treadmills too. You're gonna have to like do damage control and just be like, oh God, I'm sorry, no, he's He's usually like this. This is normal for him. Please don't be alarmed. He's my brother. Don't mind. He's adopted. Just for one. All right, got you poisoned, fool. Alright, so he's out of the picture. Took him out. Alright, sorry. Can't wait to rock out with you on the treadmill. You know, it'd be even funnier if, like, you just start rocking out, too, with me. Like, because, like, I know I keep joking about it, but, like, you're going to have to see it to believe it. Because, like, I'm not playing around. Like, when I really get, because like I think what helps is that I'm running. Like, it's one thing to be like fucking arrogant and being an idiot when you're just walking, but like I'm also running, so I like to think that like counters it. People are like, well, at least he's like, you know, he's really into his music, but at least he's like running and working out hard. Like, you know, he's really, you know, really working it. But like, it's just, you gotta see it to believe it. Like, it's something else. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, especially for that fucking British crowd that's like not about like, you know, putting yourself, like, you know, drawing attention to yourself and everything, being that prim and proper. I cannot say it in a British accent. I don't even know why I tried. So yeah, it's going to be a very stark contrast to what people are used to, and it's going to be hilarious to see how you handle that. Granted, we'll be at your gym and everyone knows you, so like maybe people won't be that confused, but especially if they see you laughing your ass off, which you most likely will. Oh gosh, detective, why? Why? Okay, I'm not going to be that crude. Gee, let's have some manners now. Yo, you know what I'm just thinking? You know what I'm just thinking, Gemini? Okay, because you know, like Mr. Tibbs, you know, you apparently don't live too far from him, I think. You know what? When I come visit, we should have him go to the gym with us, bro. Because you've been telling me that you've been trying to get his health back, you know, back in shape, and he's been, you know, he's lost a couple stone here and there, or not here and there, but he's lost a couple stone and making some progress. I don't know what he's been doing to lose that stone. I don't know if it's just been simply a diet change, or if he's also been like, you know, doing his own walking or working out or whatever. But bro, we should take him to the gym with us. And I don't say that with like the brashness of me thinking that like I'm gonna be able to handle your workout, Gemini, because I know for a damn fact I probably am going to have a problem with it. Because I personally don't do a lot of lifting, admittedly. But I am curious to see how Mr. Tibbs would do. I'm very curious. Yeah, dude, we need to get Mr. Tibbs lifting. I bet he's got freak strength. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm not gonna say one way or the other. He might not. Because you haven't seen me yet, like in person, but like you know that I'm like 6 feet and all that stuff, and like on camera I might look a certain way. But let me tell you, I do not have a lot of chest strength. You might find that a bit surprising, you know, tall black dude, blah 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 blah. But actually, my chest is probably one of my weakest areas. Because I just don't lift it very much. That's because I don't really like to. It might be different if I had a bench that was always available to me at all times, I might. But like I just hate trying to fight for a bench at a gym, so I don't really do much with it. My arms are probably actually what I'm most confident about. Arms and sometimes maybe legs, but arms for sure. Like bicep, triceps, probably where I'm best at. Back and chest actually not so good. So looks to be deceiving, man. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Tibbs is a fucking juggernaut. Maybe he's not. I've never seen the guy past his head, so I don't fucking know. What I can say actually though is I'm probably more flexible than both of you, because I've been doing, because I do that yoga. That's probably where I got both of you guys. So if we went to hot yoga, I'm pretty sure I would outlast both of you. But that is the extent of it. Also, we are almost at the end of this mission. Where did I miss a fucking... Oh, I know where it is. Okay, so this mission is not necessarily split up into 2 parts, but there are multiple boss battles in this. So the first one here is going to be against the main human baddie, the dude who was like the former emperor of like this whole region. Now, and like he lost it, and now he resorted to the dark side. He's also a big turtle. A big turtle. And I don't like him. Because he's just annoying. He doesn't do enough. The moves that he uses are more evasive and defensive, and it's really annoying, especially for a boss. And he has a giant ass fucking shell, which is very hard to get past. Also, how do I get down there? What's the best way to get down there? That way. I mean, he's not necessarily like crazy hard. He doesn't actually hit as hard as you might think he does, given that he's kind of designed as a tank. But I still don't like him. He sucks. He's not fun. Okay. Let us go fight the first boss. Alright, I'm just imagining Mr. Tibbs panning the camera down and being built like Arnold. Yo, who knows, man? I imagine you will manage, brother. It's not about how much we can lift by comparison. It's about pushing ourselves to our limits. True that. Yeah, man, no doubt with yoga. I mean, I have my gymnastics, but that's more agility. Oh, I didn't know you did gymnastics. That's cool.
统领天下，唯有力量。
Alright, so now he's gonna fuse with his spirit or whatever divine beast. Which actually, fun fact, that divine beast is actually also in Neo. It's called Genbu in Neo 1 and 2. Because it has like the same like turtle with like a snake tail. And this one is actually shared. Which is interesting because sorry, this guy is coming at me with him. He's really aggressive in this fight. Way more so than I thought he was. Oh wait, you can't poison him. Well, you can, but it's a bit tough to poison him. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Genbu. Yeah, he's in both games. It's really cool. I like it. I'm happy. Ooh, okay. Whoa. Huh. That's gonna come in handy when I fight him again in the boss rush. So it looks like that's his weakness. Ooh, I actually dodged that. Alright, you're done. Wonderful. Alright, yeah, dude, admittedly not as much as before, but I can still pull a solid backflip anywhere, anytime. Holy crap! Found his Achilles heel, bruh. Yeah, well, it's funny because I saw, so I was saying this at the beginning of the stream. I don't think you were in yet, but there's this new mission in this game that was added in a patch called the Battle Royale, which is essentially just a boss rush of 6 bosses in a row. And I tried it on my main account last week, and I was getting, like, I didn't beat it yet. It was really hard, way hard, which is crazy because this game's not that hard, and that mission, it bumps up the difficulty quite a lot. It's actually like a really big challenge. But the second boss in that rush is that boss I just fought, and that's where that's the boss that keeps kind of like ruining me. Like, not because I can't beat it, but because I have to use a lot of resources to beat him. But then I watched some video of someone playing it on the Reddit page for this game, and some dude was using that same magic that I have with the pillars, and it seems to be that's his elemental weakness. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I try this mission again, because that'll help, because I was doing some solid damage to him. That's really going to help me out a lot, because he's just pretty tanky and my regular attacks don't do much, especially on my main account, because I'm using a sword which does even less damage than my axe does. So. Yeah, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Not this stream though, because I've already been streaming for what, almost 3 hours, and this is not the end of the mission. There are still 2 more boss fights in this mission to do. So I'll do it on the next stream, because we're actually not done with the game. There's actually like an epilogue mission to do. So yeah, and actually there's actually another there's actually, because like when you do the epilogue mission, a bunch of like end game missions open up for you. Most of them are just like boss related things, and one of them is also like a not a boss rush, but like a gauntlet of sorts, where you do fight various bosses in it. But that one's easier because it like has checkpoints throughout the whole thing, and so that one is okay. So I'll do like some end game stuff, some in game missions, and try to get all that done and everything. We'll do the actual end of the game next time as well, and then if there's more time, then I'll give the boss rush a go with this build, not my main account, but with this one, and we'll see how it goes, because this one's way tankier. So I don't know, I might have better luck with it. All right, so yeah, we're not done. This mission is not done yet. There is still more to go. I mean, there's no more. I think there's like 2 enemies to fight, but that's about it. We'll put this down. That's the last flag. And then there's I actually missed this the first time I played the game. There's a little area hidden down here, which has the last panda of the game, and I believe this is a cicada shell. Yes, which is the last one of the game. Well, I think it's the last one. There actually might be another one in one of the side missions, but last one in the story missions, I believe. I think there's some. Yeah, so these are the last enemies. If you want to activate them, I think you can skip them if you don't mess with these little whatever those are. All right, let's go talk to the panda. Hello, panda. All right, you guys take it easy. Great stream, RJ. Good to see you as always. Hope you have a good rest of your night. I know since you're in Alabama, I know it is about 10:30, almost 10:40 for you. So you have a good rest of your evening. And yeah, man, keep it real, homie. Okay, so now that we did that, we can now go further up. And we'll go fight the final boss. Well, not sure. This is the second to last boss. There are now two. Well, okay. There's still the epilogue boss, but as far as like the main missions are concerned, this is the second to last boss, and this is gonna be the final area. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's get this going. No, I don't think I'm gonna die. But like I actually like was surprised at how like he has a very low defense. I'm not even gonna lie to you. His defense is pretty fucking low. Like your attacks actually do pretty solid damage, like regular attacks do at least. Wait, you could talk while a bird? What? I know you could talk as a bird. Become a sacrifice. Hey, it's Gemini's favorite word, sacrifice. Come here, big boy. There we go. But yeah, like his magic can all be okay if you get fast enough to him. Ah, too slow. Ooh, gotcha. Gotcha again. And you're dead. You see, like, that took, like, what, a minute and a half? Like, it's pretty crazy how weak that boss is. Now, obviously, there's no way we're done yet, because it's like, I was thinking, like, there's no way you're going down this easy. There's no way this game is over after that. Sacrifice, not a boomer. Sacrifice. We deem you not a boomer. You must be sacrificed. Oh, there she goes. So now he's become a dragon. Yay, I'm a dragon. But yet, I can somehow deflect that. I love it. Okay, that's cool. You can miss. Oh! Fireballs. Okay, those are big fireballs. No. Oh, they're following me. I don't want them to follow me, though. Gosh, can you stand still? Let me hit you. Hello. Oh! Okay. That caught me by surprise. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, that thing follows you. Okay. Damn it. I'm about to throw a fit. You know what? Could have ran at him. Could have attacked him. I did not. Okay. Could have blocked that too. Oh, not the flames again. Oh no. Please, not the flame balls. I don't like the flame balls. Oh, they're getting close. Finally, I fucking caught him. Oh man, come on. Ooh, hello. What? I deflected that. Doo-doo. That is some doo-doo. Get out of my face with that. Oh? Oh, what's all that? Oh, I just need one more hit. Ooh, got him. Oh, is this death? Is this death? Is this death? This is death. Alright. Done. Oh, all my spirits coming at you in one go. You ever been so dope you just turned into a light beam and just went through a dragon? I didn't think so. Remember him? I bet you don't. He was the boy who we were hanging out with at the beginning of the very game. And that Taoist stole the boy and used him to fuel the dragon, I guess. So I guess he was in the dragon, but now he's back. We got him. He's dead. I am the annihilator of evil. Evil. What I find funny is that I haven't changed my helmet this entire game. That is the same helmet I've held on the whole game.
那就后会有期了。
Ooh, red moon. So I don't know why we're back here. I don't know why we came back to the village. I really don't know why. And he's gone. So, this is technically the last mission of the game. It is technically part of the epilogue. It's not part of. It's not. No, sorry, not epilogue. So it's part 7, which is only reserved for this mission, and then like some endgame missions, and that's it. However, there is only one flag, and I'm going to stop when we get to that flag. And there's no enemies here or anything. The only thing that's here is some notes you can find from the blindfolded boy, which I don't know why they called boy. I mean, he looks like a grown-ass man to me, but that's the only thing that's here. The only thing. So this was the same village. This was the same village that we started the game at. That was like burning down and like in devastation and all that because it was being invaded by I don't know who the troops were. Oh, the yellow turbans. That's who they were. That's what they were called. And obviously now everything's gone. Everything's done. So yeah, this is the only thing to find. The only things to find are these notes that are spread out across here. And like, oh, okay, so some other notes too that are by other people, but that's it. All it is just a boss fight, and it's that's all it is. I won't tell you who, but all it is just a boss fight. Like you can go over here and see all this. You know, it's all great. But yeah, there's nothing else really to it. So once we get to that to where we put the flag up, that is where I will stop this, because I know the boss fight will take me some tries. It did the first time. It is a very ones of the game, so I don't want to be here like possibly for a long time any longer than I have been. It's already been 3 hours. So all right, Blazing, man, good to see you, brother. Thanks for letting us know what was, like, you know, really explaining to us what happened with you, man. Again, real sorry about what happened, but hey, you said you're gonna have everything back, so you know, hopefully with, you know, after a month, just gotta hang low for about a month and you'll be back at it again. So looking forward to seeing you back at it, brother. Thank you for joining me again, man. And I'll see you next time as well. But also to you, Gemini, and whoever else is in the chat still or watching. That's gonna wrap up this stream here. I've been streaming for a long time, or 3 hours, which is pretty long for me. So I'm gonna get off. We're about done with the game. So pretty much what's left is, so you have these 2 side missions that are open. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I might do these 3 side missions off camera. Yeah, I probably will. But what we have left is this mission, which is like the epilogue or whatever, the final story mission of the game, like the real final story mission. And then after we do that, after we beat this, it unlocks like a few like last end game missions. So we'll do those. We'll do some end game stuff in the hidden village that I'll save for last, because some funny stuff comes from it. And then after that, we will. Oh, and then and then lastly, I think what opens up is the battle royale mission, which is like the boss rush. That's the last thing that we'll do, and so we'll do that as well. And then after that, I mean, I don't know if I'll beat it, but whether I beat it or not, it's the last thing to do in the game until the DLC drops towards the end of the month. So that's gonna be it. So we should be able to. We'll definitely finish this mission. We should be able to do most of the regular end game missions. We'll do all this. We'll do all the stuff that's in the hidden village for sure. The only thing that I think might be a problem is the boss rush. That may or may not happen. I don't know. But everything else will definitely happen, at least on the next stream. So, but with that, wrap up the stream here. I'm going to go get some food. It's almost 8 o'clock, really late, at least for me, to be eating. But yeah, but thanks a lot for everyone who jumped in. Gemini, Detective, Parks, Jet, Big Daddy Gaming. I think someone else jumped in, but I can't remember who. But yeah, thanks to everyone who jumped in at some point or another. I'll be streaming again sometime next week. I don't know exactly the day yet. But yeah, so y'all take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.